Jennifer, a 35-year-old woman from Calgary, Canada, opted for a sunny holiday escape with her husband rather than enduring Canada's wintry weather. Mexico emerged as their destination of choice, promising both fun and abundant sunshine. They even extended the invitation to Jennifer's parents to join in on the adventure. Their itinerary brimmed with exciting activities like snorkeling, which Jennifer eagerly anticipated, particularly the chance to swim alongside sea creatures. She also planned to add whale watching to their plans, envisioning the waters of Cabo San Lucas as the ideal spot for encountering these majestic creatures. Whales, among the world's most endangered yet magnificent creatures, captivate many with their awe-inspiring presence. Their peaceful demeanor often garners admiration, as they seem unlikely to cause harm unless provoked, especially when it concerns their offspring. However, encounters with these colossal beings can still pose risks, given their immense size and power. Such was the case during Jennifer's holiday, which commenced with promising weather and abundant activities. Eager to explore the underwater wonders, Jennifer joined a snorkeling tour with a small group. Anticipation bubbled within her as she envisioned the diverse marine life awaiting just beneath the ocean's surface. As the day of the excursion dawned, Jennifer brimmed with excitement, fueling herself with a hearty breakfast. Embarking on this adventure promised a day of exhilaration and discovery. After indulging in 2 extra pancakes, Jennifer eagerly embarked on her adventure. Making her way to the dock, she joined her fellow tourists aboard the waiting boat, ready to explore the waters just off the coast of Cabo San Lucas Resort. As they set off, excitement filled the air. Initially, the snorkeling excursion unfolded seamlessly. Jennifer reveled in the underwater realm, marveling at the array of fish and sea creatures she encountered. Her heart swelled with joy at the sight of such natural wonders, unlike anything she had seen before. Returning to the boat, Jennifer sought a moment of respite from the exertion of swimming. As she gazed out at the picturesque scenery, a sudden and shocking event disrupted the tranquility. Without warning, a massive creature breached the surface beneath the boat, propelling Jennifer into the churning sea below. Panicked, the other tourists witnessed the spectacle as the creature, identified later as a gray whale, gracefully returned to the depths. Commander Juan Carvel Figueroa, a firefighter at the scene, later recounted the incident, highlighting the immense size and power of the gray whale, which can reach up to 40 feet in length and weigh around 26,455 pounds. Whales often rise to the ocean's surface to replenish their oxygen supply. Gray whales, capable of holding their breath for up to 30 minutes, must breach the surface when they need to breathe again. The sudden emergence of the whale that had just breached seemed to be a part of this natural process, characterized by swift and unexpected movements as they swiftly resurfaced to gulp air. The unpredictability of whale surfacing occasionally leads to collisions with boats, a phenomenon not uncommon in regions like Mexico, where various whale species migrate to warm coastal lagoons for breeding, a tradition spanning centuries. Typically, authorities in these areas enforce strict regulations on boat proximity to whales, aiming to safeguard these endangered creatures and aid in population recovery efforts. However, such regulations are not applicable in the vicinity of Cabo San Lucas. Timothy Fraser, an assistant professor of biology at St. Mary's University in Halifax, notes that whale breaches occur frequently, sometimes resulting in incidental collisions with boats. Unfortunately, in this instance, the whale collided with Jennifer's boat shortly after she was knocked overboard. Reacting swiftly, one of the tour guides plunged into the water to rescue Jennifer, though locating her proved challenging amidst the tense moments that ensued. Eventually, with combined efforts, Jennifer was safely brought back aboard the boat, albeit in a distressed state, where she received assistance from fellow tourists. Regrettably, Jennifer wasn't the sole casualty of the whale's accidental collision. 5 other tourists sustained injuries in the incident, although none as severe as Jennifer's. Promptly following the occurrence, the tourist boat's captain alerted authorities on land, emphasizing the need for urgent medical attention for the victims. Responding swiftly, personnel from the Mexican Navy rushed to the scene, boarding the boat to assist the injured. Jennifer, along with another woman aged 45, was swiftly transferred to the naval vessel and transported back to shore. Upon reaching dry land, they were promptly taken to One World Hospital for medical treatment. Meanwhile, Jennifer's husband, Trevor, was informed of the distressing incident and hurried to the hospital to be by his wife's side. Jennifer arrived at the hospital around noon local time, where medical professionals conducted thorough examinations. Trevor arrived shortly afterward, anxiously awaiting updates on his wife's condition. Unfortunately, the prognosis was grim. The doctor delivered devastating news to Trevor, explaining that Jennifer had sustained significant internal injuries from the collision with the massive animal and had also experienced prolonged submersion, potentially resulting in oxygen deprivation. Trevor was overcome with grief and felt utterly lost. Sitting beside his wife's bedside, Trevor remained in a state of anguish, praying fervently for her recovery. Tragically, Jennifer's story took a heartbreaking turn. Roughly an hour and a half after arriving at the hospital, she succumbed to her injuries, leaving Trevor and her family shattered by the loss. In the wake of Jennifer's passing, Canadian consular officials in Cabo San Lucas provided invaluable assistance to her family, guiding them through the difficult process of managing the situation in a foreign country. Diana Cadage, a spokeswoman for the Department of Foreign Affairs, affirmed their support, acknowledging the tragic circumstances. Despite the immense grief, Trevor harbored no resentment towards the whale, recognizing its lack of awareness of the consequences of its actions. Instead, he directed his concern towards the individuals who ventured too close to the well-known mating grounds of these majestic creatures. While Jennifer's story ended in sorrow, it is hoped that her family can find solace in cherishing the cherished memories they shared with their beloved wife and daughter.